What's going on, guys? Raoul here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers' masterpiece, MP-25 Trax. As you can see, this is Masterpiece Trax. He is based on the Chevy Corvette Stingray C3, and looks like to be a lovely metallic blue here. Checking it out, he does come in the same exact box as all the other Masterpiece cars, which is pretty sweet. On the top here, you can see shine, and then flipping right around to the back, we get a good look at some of his accessories. He comes with an actual display stand this time, as well as a blaster, little blaster for his car, Raoul and blaster. Oh gosh. And then of course the stand itself. You can see his flight mode here from the front and the back, looking like a car with some wings stuck onto it, and then a picture of him with his Autobot car brethren, and of course just a list of all of his accessories here. Very cool. So not a whole heck of a lot to talk about as far as the packaging goes, so let's just crack this guy open and check out the Autobot awaiting inside. Okay guys, so here we have Masterpiece Trax. So let's take a look at his vehicle mode and his accessories. And first up, we might as well start off with Raoul here. It's a little figure of Raoul. If you're not familiar, Raoul tried to steal Trax in one of the Generation 1 episodes. And, I mean, this seems like a fine representation, I guess, of that character, if that's something you're into. As for me, he's a little bit on the small side for me. I think he's a little bit too small for this particular vehicle, but you know, whatever. It really doesn't matter. It's just a little figurine, and it's free, so there you go. It's just an accessory. You also get this little blaster, which is actually really, really cool. Very nice paintwork on this guy, and on the back it's just silver on the back. And this does fit into the front area, I guess cockpit, driver's seat, or you know, inside the car, I should say. But unfortunately, I have his Trax weapon here for right now, and you can't get them both in at the same time, which is kind of a bummer. They don't fit in together, but it is quite a confined space, so I opted for, you know, the gun in there, and then this left out so I can show you guys, you know, how it works. But he just sits in there just like that, and you can see him through the windshield, and it's kind of neat. But here's the vehicle itself. He also comes with a couple other accessories, which I will show off in just a moment. But let's take a quick look at Trax himself. You can see very nice vehicle mode. I love the blue, and this is actually it's actually the plastic that is this color. This is not paint. But they did a fantastic job with the plastic on this. I think they did a really nice job with the metal flake blue plastic. And he's got these little winglets back here that actually blend in very nicely. Very nice Corvette symbol on the back and on the front, as well as the flame pattern on the hood. Looking really, really slick. Really nice, sharp tampography. On the bottom, you can see it's a very clean bottom, very nice profile. I mean, you know, there's some stuff back here, but you're going to get that. You know, there's only so much you can do to make a real-life kind of toy out of a cartoon that obviously just, you know, we got to make him a robot, and we got to make him a car. So he's going to look like a perfect car and a perfect robot, and we don't need to explain how anything happens in between. So, you know, there's that. But this guy looks really, really slick. And he does have a little thingamajiggy. I'm just going to stick this guy under here. Oop, come on. Please don't scratch my toy. There we go. There we go. You can, of course, lift The hood, realistic or not, you can lift the hood. I know the hood lifts in the opposite direction on this type of car, but this is how it happened in the cartoon, so I guess it's, it's more accurate to that. But he's also got this kind of crazy Cybertronian engine underneath here, but you do get that as an option. So, speaking of options, we've also got a flying mode for this particular vehicle. I'll just turn him around real quick so you can see he's got the little exhaust pipes down there. So really, really nicely done. He does have a flying mode. Before I get into that, let's quickly check out how he looks with some of the other cars. And I think he looks fine. I think he fits in quite well. He looks good. He looks like he belongs in the lineup. Yeah, I think he looks pretty cool. He rolls just fine, no problems. Very nice wheels. They are plastic wheels, which some people don't like. I actually prefer them, but that's just me. I mean, yeah, they don't look as authentic as rubber wheels, but they also don't crack like rubber wheels do, which was a huge problem on many of my Car Robots figures. But anyway, he does have a flying vehicle mode, and so to accomplish that, it's actually quite simple. What you want to do is we're going to take his wings down here. We're going to pull these guys out like so, and we'll just twist them off to the sides, just to kind of get them out of the way, like so. So we're going to twist them back, just to kind of get them on out of the way. And we're going to come back here and just wiggle the rear end of the vehicle back, and that's going to unlock everything and allow us to pull it up, although it's going to get caught here even though it hasn't. Thank you. So what you want to do right now, while you have this whole section kind of up and out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and flip out the little missile launcher guys here, just like so. Get those up and out of the way, and then just push the rear wings up and back like so. You kind of get those out of the way. Next, what you're going to do is take the robot arms, basically, pull these all out like so, and then you're going to pull here. You can see these two metal pins. You're going to just pull that until the pin goes into the next position out. So you're just going to pull those out. Then we're going to bring these arms down like so, and then flip the wheels up just like that. Now we're just going to straighten out the arms just like that, and then just twist until the yellow paintwork is facing up. And then you just want to come in, and you can see a little slot there and a tab there. You just want to go ahead and plug that in, get it to where you like it, like so, and then basically collapse this all back together. Make sure these stay up, because they're a pain in the butt to try and get out when this thing's already, like, back all together. So just collapse the vehicle mode back, make sure the tabs are all in like so, and then adjust the wings to your liking. And then these just kind of stick around the bottom. I like to kind of just push them out to the side so they kind of stay put and they don't really have any problems. And then you got kind of like a little rocket thingies, and there you go. You've got the flying Corvette mode. And what you do with this now is you can get your little stand. It comes with a flight stand, which is actually pretty cool. It's got a nice heavy ratcheting joint here. Turns. This arm can lift up, and the pin can lift up, and you can do whatever you want. And you just plug that in. There's a little hole right in the bottom here. Just plug that in, and you get yourself a nice flying car stand that you can kind of position however you like. And if you want to do, you know, like have it on a tilt, you just turn the arm like so. Just bring this down, and then you can, of course, tilt this guy to your heart's content. You know, have him on whatever angle you like, and it works just fine. And looks, well, let's face it, it looks a little silly, but it is what it is. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and transform this guy into robot mode. Actually, one more thing I totally forgot. My apologies. He also comes with this little blaster here. It's a little nozzle, I guess, and it's got two little tabs on it, like so. You just stick those up under the front of the vehicle, and there you go. Now he's got a little gun sticking out the top. So there you go. Now let's turn this guy into a robot. Okay, so now you've got your flying car, and you want to just take the nozzle and just tip it up to remove that. Flip down the rear wings and unpeg the arms from the sides of the vehicle here. There you go. Now we're just going to pull the backpack area off, rotate it around like so. Then we're just going to flip the rear end. It's just going to turn around just like that and kind of flip up and become sort of the rear portion of Trax. And you just want to kind of set it so all the missiles and stuff are kind of facing straight on, just like that. And then just kind of leave it back and out of the way. We're now going to straighten up the arms here, and they are going to actually rotate up. And you can see there's these little notches back here. You just want to kind of bring them up and over these little notches in the back, just so they're kind of like that, you know. Now the front, or the windscreen area, is going to come up and over. We're going to get Trax's big old giant head out of the chest cavity, which can be a little bit little tricky. So we're just going to try and facilitate this as best we can. Get a little love here. A little bit more love. Come on, you big dumb robot head. I don't know what it's getting caught on, is the problem. Okay. Like it feels like it wants to come out. Like it desperately wants to come out. Okay. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Push. Push. There we go. Alright, Trax. Your head could have been a little smaller, all things considered. Just being honest here. And you got a little schmutz on your head, which is unfortunate. Alright, so his head is up. And we'll just leave that up there. We're going to take the weapon, of course, and pop it out. Here's his Trax gun. Now, he does have these two little tabs, you can see right here on the sides. And those are going to come up and peg into the arm, into these little holes on the arm areas. And there you go. You got that going on. You can go ahead and flip the Autobot insignia now. And his head is just going to kind of chill back there for the time being. Now, I want to go ahead and lift these bits like so. I'm going to flip the doors up. There we go. Give me a hard time here. And then these are just going to come up here along the back and kind of fill in this, the gaps basically. Now, you can see we've got some holes here just under the armpits, and we have these two big tabs here on the backpack area. So we're just going to go ahead and lift this up, kind of push this in, and we're just going to kind of get these settled on in here. Or am I going at the wrong ones? Nope, I'm going at the wrong ones. So it's these tabs and this slot right here. My mistake, guys. I do apologize. There we go. And then get the next one in as well. There you go. And that fills in his back quite nicely, and like, you know, there's a little bit of light going through there, but it's really not that bad because you do have the stalk from the backpack kind of filling that in, and then his head can of course sit back and kind of help out as well. So there you go. Now for his legs, you want to just turn his hips around here, and of course split his legs like so. Now we're going to take the hood of the car and we're just going to pull it down just like that. Alright. We're going to grab his foot right here, and this whole section is going to pop out and rotate down, bringing his foot around just like that. And then this flap on the side is going to come around and turn, and then this piece is going to come up. Come on, come on. It's all so new and tight and difficult. Okay, there we go. Then it'll all kind of lock itself into place there. Bring the foot back around and then just push it in. And there you have one leg done. Do the same on the other side. Bring this around, bring the foot out and down. Kind of bring this over so it's getting out of the way. Bring this bit up, bring it down, let it kind of soft lock into place. You can see there's a little tiny tab here, and it does just sit right on there, and then that'll come in and kind of settle all of that as well. Here we go. Let's get him stood up. Now for his arms, we're going to go ahead, bring this this little intake piece, and we're going to turn it just like so. And then we're going to bring this around, and that's going to weirdly not work. Nope, I did it the wrong way. You turn it this way. My apologies again. Oh yeah, yeah. And bring it down just like so. This is what happens when you, you know, I don't know. So there you go, and there are his hands, and you can of course pop his gun right into his hand, just like all the other Masterpiece Transformer figures, you know, MP-10 and on, I guess. Just plug that in, and he's got that going on. And after that, it's really just a matter of adjusting things to your liking. You put the wings at, you know, just a little bit up and back angle, and they look pretty good, and you can still get a full range of motion. Yes, his wheels are going to bump the wings a little bit, but it really does not hinder anything. It really does not get in the way that badly. I don't really see a huge problem there. If there's anything, his backpack kind of wants to float around. I did notice that, but let's focus on that in a moment. Let's kind of get ourselves squared away here. We do have ourselves a Masterpiece Trax to look at. There we go. Let's just set him back a little bit, and there he is, looking pretty cool. Actually, quite like him. He's very colorful. I like the kind of splashes of color that he has around his body. I think it works really well. The color is nice. The paintwork is crisp. His back really, again, not that bad. Like, I saw pictures where the backpack was just up, like hanging out over his head, like hovering there. And yeah, there was a huge amount of light coming through this area, but this really isn't that bad because it comes out basically right behind his head. It's coming out this backpack stem here, and then going up, and you've basically got this part that comes up and over his back. So it doesn't really need to have all that solid mass in there. And I think it works well. And if you display your Transformers on the shelf like that, no one can help you. So there he is. Let's have a quick look. Here he is with his bro Prowl and his bro Lambor or Sideswipe, whatever, wherever your loyalties lie, I guess. Lambor does not want to hold his weapon. Come on, jerk. All right, fine. Whatever. I don't care. So there you go. Looking pretty good like a dat. Very, very nice. Once again, you can have him flying if you so desire. He does have a little peg hole in his bum area. You can go ahead and get yourself a flight stand again. And pop that in so you can float around if that's something that you enjoy. I will not be utilizing that function, so I hope you'll all forgive me. Posability. His head is on a ball joint. It's on kind of a floating stalk here, so he can stick his head pretty far down, weirdly enough. He's like, oh, hey, what's going on down there? What's all that? He can do that. Otherwise, he can look up quite well, side to side, of course. It is on a floaty stalk, but it does like soft lock back here. You can push it farther back, but again, like I said, it does soft lock into that position, which I think looks just fine. He can, of course, adjust his wings however you like. His arms do get a full rotation, albeit, the wings do get in the way here, right about here. At this point, he's got his arms can go that way. Looking pretty neat. There is a lower bicep swivel. He does have nice little ratcheting elbows. Wrist swivels. He's got the fingers going on there that we're all used to at this point. He does, of course, have the waist articulation. He does have the leg going on. He can lift his legs, and you can lift this little flap to get his legs even farther up, but you can actually lift them a pretty decent amount without having to move this flap, which I think is actually really cool. And of course the nice ratcheting knees as well. And of course the feet are on a rotating stalk as well as a kind of a swivel hinge sort of thing going on, a rocker hinge. So you do get a nice wide ankle tilt as well. He does have a little bit of knock knees going on there. His knees do kind of bend in, but once you kind of, just turn his legs a little bit just to get a more, a little bit more natural stance, it really is not noticeable. And you can, of course, get some really nice A-stance action going on with him as well. So, my final thoughts on this guy. Is he perfect? No, definitely not perfect, but is he pretty good? Yeah, definitely. I do like him quite a lot. Is he my favorite Masterpiece car? No, I don't think he's my favorite. I don't know that he's my least favorite, but even if he were to kind of be on that level, it's not really anything he's doing wrong so much as the bar has been set incredibly high. I mean, when you have Masterpiece cars like Prowl here, like the Datsuns, amazing figures. I can't speak highly enough about these guys. But this one, he's not frustrating to transform. He's not, overly difficult. He doesn't look bad by any stretch. I think he fits the character well. And I think they did overall a really, really good job keeping to the source material and giving us a figure that looks good in, every mode. So for that, I definitely enjoy him. Do I think they could have made a few improvements? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with a lot of people that his windshield would have been much better off being like a smoky color rather than the light blue that lets you see inside all of this stuff and see his big old head when he's in vehicle mode. I don't know if I would like his head to actually be smaller because it's not very big as is. It just feels big when it's inside the little tight compartment. So maybe just a little more room for that to maneuver around would have been good. But other than that, a really, really solid figure, and I'm very pleased with it. I'm looking forward to the next batch of Masterpiece figures that are coming out real soon. So, yeah, overall, very, very happy with him. So, that, guys, is going to do it for this review. I want to thank you so very much for watching, as always. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and of course, subscribe if you want to see more. Hopefully, I'll have more Masterpiece Transformers coming in the next month or so, look forward to that. And in the meantime, thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.